Whenever you're ready.
One of these days, it will not be shitty. I promise.
And that thing will make me very sad.
Ugh, whatever. Anyway.
I believe in you and your dreams, Brie.
Thank you. Hello, and welcome to Talk Consensually to Me. I am Brie.
I'm Maggie.
I'm Sarah.
No, we introduced you later, Sarah.
Oh,
yeah,
well, fuck.
Shut your trap.
Sorry.
This isn't your time
I
to
really did already! Well, we've got to start all over.
Okay, are you looking for some questionable...
I almost said sexual advice from strangers. Which,
no one should take. Well, I guess that's what this
To be fair, the topic today is...
food and sex.
So it is sexual advice from strangers.
So, but dirty.
Yeah, I'm the one who ruined the intro, guys.
This is all a hot mess.
We're all just thrown off.
Okay, anyway, let's just jump to it. I think everyone should by now understand the intro, and if you don't, then you're not missing anything.
You can rewatch an intro from a different one, and it'll be perfect. You're welcome.
So we actually got a surprisingly amount of questions about food and sex combos, and the one that kind of kicked it all off, we got it from our Sarah Ha, which I'm pretty sure that's how that's pronounced.
Sraha. I don't know how to pronounce it. It looks like Sarah with a "aw" at the end.
I feel personally attacked by it.
Everyone tells you your secrets.
Yes.
Well, too bad it wasn't your idea. You would have made bank.
So much bank.
Some bank. An amount.
An amount of bank.
An amount of bank.
So anyway, this question kind of jump-started all these questions we got.
Yes, thank you to this anonymous submitter. She sent us, let's talk about breadsticks in bed. Why can't they be part of the equation? I like breadsticks, and I like sex, but I feel like they're not complementary. But they're not complementary. You feel? Yes, I feel, anonymous sender. I feel it.
I feel it in my bones.
What equation are we doing here? Like, breadstick plus sex is not equaling what she wants right now. How can we help her? What can we add?
I think there needs to be just adding breadsticks to the sexy times in bed. I mean, how could it go wrong?
You get dry mouth. They need a sauce.
No.
Well, oh, come on.
I don't like marinara sauce, and I feel like that's what people put their breadsticks in, and, I personally feel attacked.
You can buy
garlic butter.
That's nasty.
Nacho cheese.
I mean, she wants to add
nacho
breadsticks.
Cheese.
Don't yuck on her yum.
Yeah, you can go to a store anywhere that sells groceries and buy, a gallon of nacho cheese. Just imagine having a gallon of nacho cheese sauce and, a dozen breadsticks.
Pour that all over the person, and then grab your breadsticks and,
just draw shapes on their belly.
Use it like a paintbrush.
Like a paintbrush. Oh, man. What other things can you do with breadsticks in bed? You could sword fight.
Bespoke cheese shower. I can't handle it.
Put a condom on it and just go to town on it.
I mean...
It's the right shape.
Well... Okay. How big a breadstick are we talking about? We're talking about those Italian really tiny skinny ones? We're talking baguette sized.
That's not a breadstick though. Breadstick, that's a baguette.
It's a stick of bread. It's just big.
How about you get the size of breadstick as the size of your significant other's wee-wee, so that he doesn't feel emasculated if you get a larger breadstick than what he has.
That's true.
No, get a larger breadstick and then bite it aggressively while making eye contact with him. To the right size.
Or just, crack it in half, and
Is with a threat, just glare at him as you do it.
Yeah.
So really, breadsticks work
in so many ways.
If there's a dom sub type thing that you're going for here.
I just keep going back to sword fight. Whether you both want to fight with breadsticks or if you just want to attack his man bits with the breadstick, either it can be fun.
You want those I don't understand how strap-ons work. I'm assuming there's just a harness and then you just pop things into a little hole.
I think that you pop it through and then strap it on.
Okay, so just pop your breadstick through.
Pop breadstick strap on.
Yeah.
That would get real soggy real quick.
That has been my number one concern this whole time.
You would need those
stale.
The sog factor.
Stale.
You would need those super crunchy, the Italian thin ones for that. Ew, that would hurt too. Oh, that break. Oh man, now I'm just
bunch, them in a bunch, rubber banded together.
I think just leave it out on your counter for 2 days, make it real stale, and then use it.
But then you couldn't enjoy eating it afterwards.
Isn't it soggy? And then you mow down.
On
that note, okay.
Can we not mow down on these juicy breadsticks?
This one is also anonymous. How can I make a mixture that tastes like sperm? Me and my friends are wondering how it how it tastes like, but please, no mean answers. Well, what's a good mixture? Like, what ingredients? Can it end up being a similar taste? Example, like lemons or salt and sugar. I need food ingredients so I can get a similar
I got this.
mixture.
I know exactly what to do.
Oh man.
Egg whites, lots of salt. Option 1.
Can you eat raw egg whites?
I mean, you can. I don't know that you should. And honestly, too, are we talking just sperm or like the whole semen package? You know, like
I imagine the whole gloopy
mess. Gloopy mess.
I'm just imagining like a shit ton of salt, mix in with a little bit of water, add some cream, and then hock a bunch of loogies into it and stir it all up.
I would just say loogies.
Or gelatin.
Gelatin.
Oh,
Gelatin.
yeah.
She wanted food items. I don't know what you cook around here,
I
but
don't know what you
It's edible.
know about. I was gonna say it's edible. Loogies are edible.
loogies are indeed.
Do I keep a box of them in my fridge? No.
I mean, maybe.
a Tupperware?
Exactly. It'll leak through a box. That's weird.
I know, I'm sorry.
So
You keep it right next to your bugs. Lugs and bugs.
Bugs.
On
Come on down to Lugs and Bugs.
Lugs and bugs. Maggie's restaurant.
It's like a used car food salesman.
If you don't have just containers of bodily fluids in your fridge, then what is wrong with you?
I mean, I know Maggie does.
Clearly. But boxes. And apparently I'm not shopping right or containing them
To
right.
be fair, milk does get shipped out in boxes in some places.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
needed that. So, okay, to decide. So, it's obviously salt. I think we all agree that that's...
It needs to have some salt. I don't think that the lemon's gonna help.
No,
like,
no
it's
lemon.
not tart enough for that, you know, to warrant a lemon.
And then, something
Egg
white. I don't think that's safe. I don't want to recommend people.
If you have no fear of salmonella, egg whites. If you do, don't use egg whites.
Salmonella is an overstated risk. This has been your PSA from the World Health Organization.
You are smart and sciencey.
Yes, I am smart and sciencey. You could also go for tapioca, get that glute.
Oh,
Or add
yeah.
gelatin to cream.
Tapioca would make it nice and get that chunk feel to it.
Yeah, or honestly, like buttermilk and gelatin and salt.
I just realized I called sperm chunky. There would be something really wrong with the guy if their sperm was chunky.
Oh man, can you imagine how it would shoot out and be like,
Pow! Pow, 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 pow! Ow, ow, ow!
That's horrible.
kind of like a BB gun of cottage cheese.
I'm picturing like uncooked rice coming out of your urethra.
Apparently we haven't studied much sperm, so take this advice or leave it.
I've seen mouse sperm at work.
That's intriguing.
It was an accident. One of my PhD students ran out and was just like, guys, I got sperm! And it's like, we all had to go look at it under the microscope.
Of course. I mean, to be fair, if I had the chance to look at mouse sperm under a microscope, I would.
Microscope.
Microscope. I mean, you do have individual microscopes for the different animals you're looking at.
Good. So there are mousescopes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the zebrafish one looks really weird.
Cool.
I found this one. In 7th grade, I kissed a boy on the cheek, and I'm worried that I am pregnant and can't eat bananas. Help!
Wait, what?
Okay.
Did you accidentally look for a Yahoo Answers troll?
In 7th grade, I kissed a boy on the cheek, and I'm worried that I'm pregnant and can't eat bananas. Help.
Is it just bananas, or is it all, like, vaguely penis-shaped foods?
She only mentioned bananas.
Okay, so we're just gonna go out on a huge limb here and pretend this is not a troll. And I'm going to say, I hope you never reproduce.
What about, like, excess potassium, man?
I
Is
think-
that bad for babies?
I think
don't
that
know.
she is definitely pregnant. And yeah, don't eat bananas.
Well, that goes against my hope.
I appreciate that I'm grokking the moral compass of this show, i.e. we can't advise people to eat egg whites, which are a food, but we will say that this 7th grader is pregnant.
I think that'll scare her. Scare her straight. She'll go 9 months of pure terror.
So, you definitely can't eat bananas, but plantains should be okay. As long as you cook them.
They'll make you fart like crazy. Oh,
Then,
good.
then they will have no more fear of becoming pregnant again.
Okay. Very important food for sex. What is the important food for better sex?
Wait, what? I'm sorry. Apparently I just blanked out real hard there.
Very important food for sex. What is the important food for better
Is
sex?
important capitalized?
No, but it's spelled wrong.
Important?
Important.
What food for sex? Better? Important. I mean, I'm going bananas.
No, pregnancy risk.
I was gonna say, you can't harm that baby.
No, she couldn't eat bananas because she was pregnant. So obviously, it's the most important
She should dip bananas in egg whites.
We can always bring out that water, salt, cream, and loogie mixture we've been discussing.
Okay, I'm trying to think of like virility foods.
Like oysters and stuff.
That's aphrodisiacs. Wouldn't those be different? One gets you all in the mood and randy, and the other one helps fertility.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't think we're trying to get fertile. I think we're trying to get for longevity. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Well,
you get alright. So longevity, something that makes it more difficult to have sex.
Oh, stick the man's member, rub it around, and blowfish.
Ooh.
Because they have that toxin. Just make sure you don't get enough to die.
Oh well, like if it's prepared improperly, then you die. So are you advising rubbing your dick in poorly prepared blowfish?
Like not like completely unprepared.
Ooh, it tingles.
Like yeah, like someone that's kind of like first day on the job. Like it's mostly there, but you still got a bit of that toxin.
I could be completely wrong here, but I think it's specifically the pufferfish's liver that has the
yeah,
toxin
it
in
is.
it. So
fugu.
just fugu liver.
So just get near the liver with your penis.
Yeah.
How about those squid that they serve at some restaurants that are like freshly killed, and when they pour soy sauce over it, it
They, like,
dances,
I don't want that.
and it would like grab the penis. It would make it harder, longevity.
I mean,
you know?
it would make you. I mean, can you imagine those tentacles? That would make you have to do less.
Nope, I'm pretty sure there is like a whole section.
There's
of Japanese artwork.
There's actually a whole lot of porn out there.
So
dedicated to this
we
very
have
thing.
a historical precedent.
We do.
Guys, I think we got it.
I do think though that pineapple, not during, but kind of like a beforehand prep.
But
yeah,
it's very acidic. That would burn like a mother.
Nowhere near your genitals. I just meant you
not
eat
eat
it,
it beforehand.
and it makes everything taste good in your downstairs mix-up.
I mean, if you eat too much, it still burns the inside of your mouth.
I don't know how much pineapple do you eat?
Bree shoves an entire one in there.
You're supposed to peel it. You peel it first. That's the issue.
No, I mean.
her mouth hurts because she ate the top part.
She
I
ate the
get
top
it.
part.
It's just really pokey. Just so pokey.
How did you get over?
I might have gotten it mistaken for a cactus too. I'm not sure. I'm really bad with plants.
Really, I'm just amazed that you can distend your jaw like that.
Oh, thanks. It's a talent of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it doesn't go back quite right, but
When she runs, it like gets behind her.
Flapping in the breeze.
So pineapple, that's actually legitimate advice. I think more people should eat pineapples and happy. I don't know if other fruits work.
Well, if you're gonna have butt sex, you need to eat something that clears you out.
if you
Right.
enjoy the tingle feeling, maybe you would enjoy sticking your member in a pineapple.
Oh, you know, like
first.
the rings,
Yeah.
like beep beep beep.
And then,
pew.
like the donut thing, you get the ring and you shove it on.
Oh yeah,
And then you
episode
put a maraschino cherry in the head.
Oh, it's like a
not in
pineapple
it,
sundae.
not in it,
It'll just rest.
but not in it.
Well, I mean, if you left the stem on, shoo.
I don't even have a penis, and I'm just like, no, thank you.
That hurts me.
Well, sounding's a thing. Some people are into it.
Oh, that is true.
It is.
Uh-huh.
It is.
When I was super young, I went into a Spencer's. I don't know why I was allowed, because I definitely was not allowed in Spencer's as a kid. And they had these tiny little things that vibrated up front.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, these are weird. And they're like, it's vibrators. And I'm like, this is tiny. And they're like, no, you put it in your urethra.
What?
It was a tiny little vibrator, probably like 2 inches, and it was like not even, I can't,
Like straw-ish thick,
Yeah.
less than that.
a little bit less than a straw. And yeah, you just, and
Yeah.
it vibrates.
Yeah.
There's a lot of horror stories of people sticking like candle wicks and stuff like that up their urethra and getting them stuck and having to go to ER and getting removed.
Oh yeah, sounding accidents are no fucking joke.
No.
Kids, guys, be careful what you put in your penis. This has been Talk Consensually to Me.
Enjoy what you enjoy, but be safe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we really covered that topic a lot.
We should cover that one sometime. We'll need dudes though.
The things you can and can't stick in your penis.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good-
but back to better food for sex,
Back to food.
please. Cobra's blood.
Oh.
Apparently, if you drink the blood of a cobra, but you also mix it, I think, with tequila, and you put the still beating heart in it as a garnish, apparently it's supposed to give you great sex.
That sounds like something that happens,
It's not in America.
not here.
I think that the kind of people who are metal enough to decide that that's going to make me have better sex are just going to be having better sex.
I think they're good. Yeah, I don't think they can listen to us about it.
They're very confident about that sex being bomb. So
I'm sure their average Tuesday is like my...
I'm sure their average day would just terrify me.
They're living some, like, Harley Davidson riding, like, Conan of the Wastes lifestyle, and we're all just like, don't put things in your penis.
No cherries.
Yeah, they are living like the Mad Max lifestyle in the now.
Okay, this one I don't want to answer. I just have to say I am disappointed with the internet for all of these questions that I kept finding about food when looking it up. This is, I'm sure, a troll.
Uh-huh.
I accidentally ejaculated on a pizza, and then my mom ate it, and now she's pregnant. What do?
Yeah, shame on you, internet.
It's just shame on you, internet.
Alright, hold up, though. How does one accidentally ejaculate onto a pizza?
I'm picturing, like, you're, like, walking to the table, but still going at it. Like, I'm hungry, but let me just finish up what I have going on here. See the pizza, get excited. That's a tipsy over.
Maybe some people just
Tantric pizza eating? Like, what is this? Like,
I'm just imagining somebody, like, running through a house having zero control of their bodily functions while they're going at it, and just, like, an explosion all over the room. Oh, no, not the pizza! You know.
oh, like a fire hose type situation.
Yeah, kind of fire hose situation.
Oh, okay, cool. Great. Gross.
Like, just
awesome.
gallons everywhere. I don't
And
know
if
how
that's
your
the
mom...
case, I don't know how your mom didn't notice.
Yeah, I don't know how mom didn't see that. But maybe she's just so used to...
Maybe she thought it was egg whites and salt.
Maybe she's just so used to the entire interior of the home just being covered in sperm she didn't notice anymore.
Poor mom.
I mean, can you imagine how defeated that woman would be? Life would just be...
I feel so bad for this imaginary woman.
Everything's crusty all the time.
It's like we need to talk about Kevin, but a big perv. Like the biggest perv.
Who's Kevin?
It's the movie with Tilda Swinton.
Oh, with the Cameron Diaz
Nope.
hair?
No?
You don't know what I'm talking about, though?
No, I don't.
You're talking about something about Mary where she put sperm in her hair, right?
Thank you.
Oh, nope,
It
not
is an
that.
actual thing.
Yeah. I'm not related to what I said, but okay.
Sorry. You said movie, I went sperm.
Cameron Diaz! Jizz hair!
Just out of my mind. So, okay, those are the questions that we had. And then I was trying to think of what kind of stories can go along with this, and I kind of found a list of food, sex, horror stories, because surprisingly, that can go bad.
If we're not going to talk about Ookie Cookies, I'm leaving.
What's Ookie Cookies?
Oh, God.
I guess you're bringing it up.
Let's talk about this, Sarah.
Oh, great.
I've never heard of this term before.
My friend Tommy told me, so you can blame him. But an Ookie Cookie is when a group of guys stand around a cookie, and and they all ejaculate onto it, and whoever finishes last has to eat it. And so it's like a terrible race, and you definitely lose. Or win, depending on whether you like that.
How did he know about this?
I don't know, but I have just been, like, I can't forget. It's seared into my mind.
Being a chick, you can't play these fun games.
Or maybe they make it for you. Maybe they make it for you. I don't know. Maybe they're just like, here, Ookie Cookie for you. It's kind of a bukkake variant,
Bukkake
right?
on a cookie.
Yeah.
Cookie bukkake. I like that term way better than Oogie Cookie or whatever you said.
Bukkake.
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 Now I want to go for, like, Christmas, just, like, give those chocolate chip cookie, like, costumes, but just put icing on it.
All over it. Ugh.
Hey, so the first one is a vegan chocolate German cake. I figured we'll take turns reading these.
Yeah, that's okay.
I just started seeing a guy, and we bonded over the adventurous types. At our next day, I told him I'd come over in a trench coat and a cake, and that his job was to only find a tarp. Fast forward to that night, not only is the German chocolate cake very hard to eat off a dick, because you have to chew it, but also brown frosting on ass is quite unappetizing. Worst part, we didn't even finish the cake. It was vegan, and it was expensive. I brought it home and didn't think to hide it. My family polished it off for me.
Oh.
Never told him it was sex cake.
A, vegan cake. Terrible for sex. It's gonna be all chewy and everything, because it doesn't have all them good fats and other stuff in it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining.
Sorry, the baker in me was just appalled.
I'm just imagining all the brown frosting on the ass.
Right, that's horrible.
Also, just throwing it in there, I told him to get the tarp. Like, I like sex tarps and all, but it's not like a common thing where you just tell people, like, hey, chop chop.
I get the car, you get the cake, you get the tarp, go.
Yep.
We're gonna get freaky. Bring a tarp.
Also, like, did they just, like, shove it on his, like, is this a American Pie situation?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm imagining somebody, like, hefting, like, a huge cake and trying to shove somebody's penis on it and him being strong enough to somehow hold it up. I don't see that working.
I'm having a fun picture, like, her taking bits of the cake off and then mushing it around.
Kind
his
of a mold.
penis.
like,
then...
like a cake pop.
Yeah. I like that process. I can just picture, like, that awkward process where she's like, just, so what's up with you? Like, while she's, like, patting cake on his
you
penis.
can almost make, like, cake-topiary, you know? Like a big ball down here at the base, and then a middle one and a top one, you know? Like,
That'd be
perfect.
beautiful.
yeah.
Classy.
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful story.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Guys, we're just gonna find the silver lining in all of these.
Alright, next one. He liked using syrup, but one night we only had McDonald's syrup packets. We microwaved it, but didn't realize we made it too hot. He had a red squiggly burn mark for days.
That's lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
Still though, syrup. Like I don't want
In
all
your
that.
hair?
I don't want all that sugar anywhere near
I
my
would want a
hoo-ha.
shower cap.
Why wouldn't you give it a finger test before just pouring it all over your body?
They were that excited to get their Mickey D's on.
I want it hot! Ah!
Like, okay, I understand wax, kind of, because it's also drying. Wax is the best pouring substance, I think.
Yeah, hot syrup is just gonna go everywhere
And it's
then
so
stay.
sticky.
And stay sticky.
So sticky. What?
Oh, so gross.
I can't do sticky.
Okay. This one, I saw the word. I saw one word, and I'm very upset already about this.
The gas station salad. My friend always tells the story of how her brother and his girlfriend once bought a salad at a gas station so that he could eat it out of her vagina. A few days later, she went to the ER with maggots in her vag.
No.
Oh.
Honestly, was the gas station salad the real culprit here?
No, it just...
I am not confident.
That person just sounds like they don't like showers or bathing and washing themselves.
I think that we should just kind of address, really don't shove any food.
Up into your vagina.
Or maybe not like mixed foods, you know? And cucumber. And eggplant, maybe.
But even then, like, you're still supposed to cover it with something. Like, raw foods should not go near your junk.
Also, like,
I'm just
is that like
imagining.
a New Year's resolution type thing? Or just like, babe, I love eating you out and I love eating them Skittles out of there, but I gotta lose some weight. Let's toss a salad in there.
I'm just imagining somebody like spooning a bunch of salad into a condom and trying
Right,
to
like these-
mush it up.
Like, all this prep work. Like, he had to shove lettuce in her vagina, and then I was like, okay, that's enough.
What kind of salad do you think it was?
Let's imagine it was a Caesar salad, because I'm just imagining like the crunchy and painfulness of crispy croutons.
Ooh, croutons, and then like the Caesar salad dressing is gonna kind of be up in the mix.
And
And
it's got that nice vinegary
What about a
aftertaste.
Cobb salad with all that egg in there, too?
Mm.
or a wedge salad. It's just part of the head of lettuce, just shove.
Just
Like,
big chunks of lettuce.
That's disgusting. I like how it didn't, like, the maggots, that's gross. That's on, like...
You know what? Maggots. I forgot about that part. It was definitely grilled, breaded chicken salad, and it was chicken bits up there. You're welcome, world, for that image.
My boyfriend and I are big foodies, so naturally we thought whipped cream might be a good idea. We brought some over and got down to business. Horrible mistake. Not only was it super sticky, but it combined with saliva and produced a smell exactly like that of puke. We tried to shower it off, but later on he told me that he saw my mom. She said I smelled like throw up and asked if I was okay. Overall, no longer a fan of food and sex at the same time.
what kind of foodie thinks, hey, I'm a foodie. You know what I really like and I'm into? Whipped cream.
See, that's the thing. If she was a foodie, she wouldn't have bought whipped cream. She would have made her own whipped cream.
Damn straight.
And it would have been like a champagne whipped cream that she,
Right.
had left over from making a pavlova or something. Like,
Also, if you're a foodie, I wouldn't see you wasting that food.
No, you gotta eat it.
I
gotta
mean,
eat
they
that shit.
ate it all, but
I
it
don't
still
know.
was
It sounds like
gross.
they left too much on the body.
Also, apparently none of these people know how to bathe. One woman got maggots. These people don't know how to just wash their bodies so it no longer smells.
Yeah, it sounds like they just didn't use body wash or something. Okay.
Like, water isn't the only thing here.
Yeah, you don't just
Yeah.
rinse off.
I mean, a loofah. At the least, a washcloth. That is
Scrub
what
that
they are
shit.
for.
Also, soap.
Yeah.
Yes.
Soap. Or, I mean, if you're gonna be shoving stuff up your hoo-ha, like, get a good dousing in there. Like, don't douche, but douse.
Oh, alright. My girlfriend once licked my asshole and vomited up the chicken nuggets we had eaten for dinner just before. At the exact same time, I accidentally farted. I farted the asshole-touched vomit back into her mouth and all over her face.
Huh? Can you imagine that train wreck?
That sounds like
So the sequence of events, if we will.
She's in the middle of licking asshole.
She's tossing his salad.
First thing first, they had a delightful lunch.
They had delightful
and
lunch.
she really enjoyed some nuggets.
They had good nug times.
Good nug times. And then things went sour.
And then ass licking.
And then Nuggies came back up.
Her nuggies.
Her nuggies came back up on his asshole?
Into his asshole is what it sounds like.
Into his
No,
asshole.
that's more than licking then. Like, that's not...
Yeah,
It was just gaping.
how else would he manage to fart it back into
This is so funny.
This is so messed up.
It's like loading the cannon, priming it, and firing.
Exactly, it is cannon ass. Cannon ass Nuggies.
Cannonball asshole.
I need to know if they stayed together after this, because honestly, I wouldn't blame them for calling it quits right there.
No, that's the kind of thing. You're bonded for life then.
Either you're bonded for life and you take that secret to the grave,
Or you never see each other ever again.
ever again.
Okay, because here's the thing. I have a friend who has tried to do butt stuff too many times. All of her stories are so horrible. And she is no longer with the person that she's had these stories with. But these stories just keep coming out of the woodworks because they're that bad. I'm not going to say them here. They're that bad.
We need to have an entire butt stuff podcast.
It was horrible.
But it's that situation where you just need to call it quits, go into witness protection, and just
I definitely wouldn't stay with them.
fall off the face of the planet.
I could not look a man in the eye that farted back my own throw up into my mouth.
Yeah. I mean, getting farted in the mouth, that would be a rough time in general, but man.
I mean, you know the risks. If you're going to be tossing someone's salad, you know the risks. So maybe if you've got a sensitive stomach, don't eat chicky nugs beforehand.
Or
Also,
the chicky nugs are going to come back for some revenge.
Maybe the whole problem though, like, did he wipe well? Did he clean the workstation well?
Yeah, you've got to make
What
sure
made her
you're
throw up?
freshly washed before that. There's a series of steps before going into that kind of...
Yeah. Also, still not convinced unless she's got some sort of weird, like, proboscis tongue that is, like, injecting it into his asshole. How just the licking made it so that... Unless we're talking like some prolapse time.
Maybe he wasn't though, gonna type out yeah, she was like arm deep in my butthole.
I'm just imagining somebody with
Okay,
massive...
hold up. He won't type out how involved her face was in his butthole, but he will say, she vomited chicken nuggets into my ass, which I then farted out back into her mouth.
Sometimes we have weird limits.
Evidently.
I'm just imagining somebody with some thick-ass, strong lips and just being like, spreading the cheeks and then going to town.
Oh, you like thread them
Like
in there.
Exactly, forceps lips.
Ugh.
That would be how you barf in somebody's asshole.
That's nasty. Let's read one more.
Oh, golly.
Oh god, okay.
The chipotle hot sauce.
No.
We were having great sex until he brought his hand back to spank me and accidentally hit our chipotle hot sauce. It went right into my asshole and it burned intensely.
Bernie.
He just lay on the ground laughing while I stood there dancing because my ass hurt so much. Now, where is this chipotle hot sauce packet?
Right? Did he like, kind of like a pocket sand situation where he just had it in his hand?
Chipotle sauce.
Like, I'm trying to think of like the whole motion, like swing back, come in, force, ass. Like, what?
Do you know how guys, like, a cliche thing, if a guy wants to have anal but the girl doesn't, he does it slipped.
Oh, yeah.
I think he wanted to pour hot sauce in her butt.
He just wanted...
It slipped.
It was just an accident.
Maybe he had like a special mechanism on his hand that he could just go. He looked like he was spanking, but instead,
Go gadget hot sauce.
yeah, go gadget hot sauce.
Also, her butthole again was wide open.
Yeah, guys, it's a sphincter. Keep it closed. That's his job.
I feel like he had to keep it open comeback.
He had some of them forceps lips too. Maybe he was like a squirrel where he had a pocket of hot sauce in his mouth.
Or maybe he can only spank her, and the only way she likes it is he's got her butthole open, like an inch.
Literally spank the anus. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh God, no.
All right, I'm spread. Smack.
That sounds like a terrible Shock the Monkey parody song. Spank the anus. Jesus Christ.
If the comic for this is a go-go ketchup hot sauce, I'm going to be so sad.
I'll keep it in mind.
Oh God. Okay, on that horrible note, we should probably call this quits.
I'm just gonna put this out here. I didn't think this podcast would be too clean, considering, it involves sex, but this got way more off the rails than even I was expecting.
You're welcome.
Also, before we go, we have like an absurd cult following in San Francisco.
And by absurd, we mean like for us, because we are nobodies from the Midwest.
San Francisco is our top city.
And it has been.
It's not somewhere in Europe like it used to be?
Okay, so actually, we're located in Indiana. None of our top cities are in Indiana.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of listeners in San Francisco, a bunch in Virginia. We've got
Japan.
We're starting to get listens in Japan and the Netherlands. Ethiopia listened to us for a bit.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal. So if you are in San Francisco, let us know, and we definitely want to hear from you. And we miss you and love you. And I don't know how to stop talking.
Maggie, you're gonna make me cry.
Okay, but seriously, we have a Facebook, Talk Consensually to Me. Our website is amazing. It's a great place to get all of our podcasts and then all the awesome comics that Brie does and her little words of wisdom that are beautiful.
Yeah.
It's all in one place. And just binge it all there. Live there for a bit.
And you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, basically.
We had a Tinder that failed horribly with us being blocked.
Oh man, we'll have to discuss that one another time.
We will. Thank you, Sarah, for coming on.
Hi.
And having the bukkake cookie story.
Boo cookie. Maggie, boo cookie.
I'm sorry.
Also, I just have Go Gadget hot sauce stuck in my head now.
Yeah, this is amazing. This changed my life. Okay, thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
That wasn't right.
Keep going, don't stop. No, okay, go ahead and stop. No, stop. Stop.